fielder. 8th race, scratch 1, Catskill Bay, part of the entry. Also scratch 2, Joey Fries. Scratch 4, Stick to It. 8th race, scratch the plane 1, plane 2, and the 4. 9th race, number 1, No Biggie, 1 over. 9th race, scratch 2, Sky Maggie. Scratch the 5, Duffy Jr. Number 9, Billy Chappell, 3 over. 10th race is off the turf, 5 furlongs on the main track. Scratch the 5, One Sunday. Scratch the 6, He's a Big Star. Scratch the 7, Navy Brass. 5, 6, and 7 scratched. Race 10, the 11 will run. 4 races to follow the live program at Pimlico. The Latin American Racing Channel simulcast with a feature track today, La Plata. Muddy track and off the turf. So we mentioned the Harrow's out now, so possible track upgrade throughout the afternoon if the rain stays away, and perhaps we can get a break in some sun or so. Muddy track to begin the card. 26 minutes out to the first race. A few plays for today's program. Our video spotlight runners scratch, so no video to show you today at Pimlico, but we'll go to the best bet right away in the 5th race. One of the races taken off the turf and moved to the main track. Let's go to number 11, Awesome Rhythm, from the Tim Keefe barn. Very solid 5-year-old. Recent claim out of the Michael Pino stable. Trainer Tim Keefe got him first draw on April the 2nd to show some response, and a good second in a photo finish behind Zagarello. The horse that finished 3rd in that 7-horse field, Ghostly Thunder, came back to dominate next time out. Awesome Rhythm doesn't mind the transfer to the main track. He's not won on a wet going, but he's placed once on the muddy strip. That was December last year at Philadelphia Park in a $7,500 condition race. Led throughout and finished 2nd, beaten by Irish Majesty, who is a good horse in his own right. He's a 14-time winner who, after that victory on December 10th at Philadelphia Park, won against Open $5,000 company and was recently 2nd in a $8,000 Open Company claiming race. Awesome Rhythm, our best play of the day. And we're going to use him in the pick 5 play as well. Our 8th race today yields the long shot on the program. Let's try Classic Wildcat. Been away from the races for a few weeks. Hasn't raced since March the 4th across town at Laurel Park against 10,000 non-winners of 4. Mild trouble in the race, steady to the 3.5 furlong mark. Never really picked up his feet in that 7-horse field, but the winner, very sharp horse at the time, Magic Norman, the 3rd place finisher in that race, Penitent Prayers, came back to win, going a 1-turn mile at Laurel Park and put up a good number in doing so. He's never run here at Pimlico Classic Wildcat, but could offer an off-the-pace type rally here, and if things set up his own way, could upset. Early January across at Laurel against Allowance Company. He beat a horse named No Suitcases. Has also been going in good form lately for trainer Hugh McMahon. And a horse to watch looking at the off-track, decided to try to find a runner that possibly has some off-track pedigree, and we found number 8, Silly Kitty, in the 3rd of the program. A lion-hearted filly is a first-time starter from the Dove Houghton barn. She is 6-39. Trainer Dove Houghton in the last 5 years with first-time starting fillies in the winner's circle. Pretty good percentage there, 6-39. More importantly, the pedigree is there. That Horatius Dam Smartly, with 3 tries on the wet track, tallied up a win, a 2nd, and a 3rd. Did her damn smartly. You might remember her raced a few years ago for a Buckingham farmer bred of the lion-hearted filly here. So the dam loved the off-going there. Smartly runner first out for trainer Dove Houghton, who's got a good meet going here at Pimlico, 3 for 10 of the winner's circle. And as we mentioned, 6-39 the last 5 years with first-time starting fillies. Smartly the dam by Horatius, a win, a 2nd, and a 3rd in the off-going, and won $23,000 on off tracks. Putting together a pick 5 this afternoon, races 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember, it's a 50-cent minimum play, so you can get lots of mileage from just a few bucks here in the pick 5, races 5 through 9. Here's our pick 5 play suggestion. The 5th race going to use the 9, 10, and 11. Awesome Rhythm, our best bet. And throwing in Sarges, who's won at the distance, hasn't raced since early February at Laurel, but was going good for trainer Thomas Iannotti. He's had some good one-turn sprint runs going, but he's also won at the distance, which is quite interesting. Gold casing as well. who's got a win and a third from 3 wet track drive in his career. The veteran, 8 lifetime scores into the Eddie Mayer barn for the first time. Gold casing, trying to get the old boy to get some of his response back that he had in his earlier years. So 9, 10, and 11. Sixth race, I'm going to go with the 4 and the 7 in race number 6. That's No Bargain, who's got the element of speed going for him. And number 7, Halava, coming off of a good effort around 2 turns at a mile and a 16th behind Pendulum, who we'll see in action later on in the card. We'll get to that horse in a moment. And the 7th race of the program, going to 2 and the 4, Bright Array, off the turf on the main track. Bright Array, trained by Mary Epler, comes off of a 4th place effort against a tough favorite in the race, Smart Woman, who was certainly much the best, probably needed that race, and she's 2 for 5 on the wet going in the career. Also using number 4 in there, Yankee Sweetheart, 1 for 1 in the wet, switches